Are you ready? Jack.
You're listening to the Fourth Wall Podcast with DJ Lou and Mike J on Facebook.com/Fourth Wall Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Fourth Wall Podcast. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Are you tired of wearing the same clothing to the office every day? Being the last guy that all the female secretaries look at? Or even the gay ones? We don't discriminate. It'll just be nice to get appreciated, wouldn't it? Why don't you come on down to
Rager Gator?
Big and tall. Also, short and small. They got the right suits to make sure that you get appreciated at the office. And notice every time you walk into the office itself. Make the big sale. Get the big deal. Maybe even get a raise. That all thanks to
Rager Gator.
Big and tall, and short and small.
Jaws a party.
Rager Gator is property of the Underworld Cartel. All other Ragers and Gators are mere imitators. Rager Gator and its affiliates are not liable for
any loss of profit, counter lawsuits, misuse of products and services, natural wear and tear, depletion of the ozone layer, packs of wild dogs, wardrobe malfunctions, inadequate length of limbs to reach things on the top shelf, or any other shelf for that matter, bad internet connection, your neighbors, the fall of communist Russia, malnutrition, lack of knives, your parents' divorce, an excess of knives, bacterial and or viral infections, viral videos, additional limbs, stubbed toes, that one thing that happened to you in high school, baby boys, prolapsed rectum, the effect you experience while watching marital aid videos, tickle fights, inability to read, Uncle Brad, phallic symbols, raccoon burgers, kidnappings, child snackings, fleas, religious experiences, the quickening, nightmares, pregnancies, bad sushi, Taipei death matches, Tiger Smith, paper cuts or splinters, vacation time, unwanted memories.
If side effects last for more than 4 hours, please call a doctor. If your party lasts for less than 4 hours, party harder.
You want to be hardcore, you want to be extreme, you want to do it with the Fourth Wall Podcast. I'm the Sandman and I'm out.
Never land.
I am Adam/Aldo Rose. You're listening to Fourth Wall Podcast. Don't be a lemon. Go absolutely rose nuts.
Show me that smile again. Show me that smile. Don't waste another minute on you crying. We're nowhere near the end. The best is ready to begin. Oh, as long as we got each other, we got the world spinning right in our hands, baby, you and me.
Man, that like brings back childhood memories right there. The growing pains, the who's the bosses, I love those shows, man. TV shows just aren't the same that they used to be like that. You know what I mean? Just
I don't even know what TV shows are nowadays. The only one I know is Modern Family.
I say stuff like that, and I just feel old as hell. Just like, you know, like this is stuff that my parents used to say.
Yeah.
Now I'm over here saying it. Like, what the frog?
And
Whatever.
Now kids like look at Fresh Prince and shit like that.
Like it's old.
Yeah, it's fucking old,
and it's weird.
And it is old. So it's like,
right. And like Martin and like in Living Color, it's like that's that's like Nick at Night shit.
Right? I mean, all the Full House kids are grown up to be crackheads now.
Oh my lord! I mean, some of them are still sexy.
Oh, the fucking middle one? All day.
Oh, Stephanie?
Sure.
Yeah. She can get it. Yes, sir. All day, every day.
Confirmed.
Everybody's like, oh, DJ. And I was never a DJ fan. I used to back in the day, I'd be like, yo, forget DJ. Everybody's after DJ. I'll fucks with Kimmy.
DJ came up like a cunt. Like a self-righteous whore. To put it nicely.
I'll take Gibbler. But anyways, welcome to the Fourth Wall Podcast. It's your boy DJ Lou on the ones and twos. And as always, joined with the main man of the hour.
Yeah, Mike J on the 3s and 4s.
Okay, that'll work, yeah. Man. No, yeah, there's 3s and 4s. That works. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm on them.
And I'm on them.
So you need it, let me know.
And this is your long-awaited return to the Fourth Wall Podcast, everyone. DJ Lou finally came back from his lazy vacation.
Seriously.
What was he thinking?
4 weeks.
Oh, it was not 4 weeks. It was 2.
But
it was glorious. It was glorious for the most part. I mean, it got freaking cold in Florida. All right. First of all, why ain't nobody tell me it gets that cold in Florida? Second of all, I seen Alexa Bliss's her tweet where she said that Florida isn't supposed to be that cold either. So I'm glad she agrees with me. However, who the hell says it's supposed to get that cold in Florida? Like, it was like 30 degrees.
Right. I saw all your pictures. You guys are all wearing jackets. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
It was cold.
That sucks. So no water parks?
No water park.
Were they even open?
One was getting re-renovated.
Oh, okay. So people were there?
I'm not sure. We didn't go on that.
Shit.
We didn't go near that spot.
You're at a water park, but like it's like that.
We didn't go near the water. We didn't go near that spot. I mean, there was a couple nice days. I mean, we spent them in our hotel pools, and that was nice. But it wasn't nothing that was like, hey, all day we're gonna go and do a water park thing, because like it was still cloudy, and you know what I mean, I'm not gonna go and waste a day pass on a park that's gonna close when it starts raining. Or thundering and lightning, I should say. But yeah, I was like, you know what? For that, we just stay in a pool, and we use that park for whatever park we want. Not everybody has to agree on the same park. So we ended up doing Magic Kingdom 3 times. My daughter, you know my daughter. You know how she is.
Yes, I do.
Like she's not a fan of the dark. I don't want to say she's afraid of it, but she's not a fan of the dark. She would ride Space Mountain all day, every day if you let her.
That's weird.
And it's not a slow ride.
No.
You're in the dark and you're flying all over the place.
Hey, it's just one of those things.
What the hell? She's a crazy little man. She did it. And then I went, I don't know if I told you this, Mike, stood in line for almost 2 hours.
Okay.
For the new ride, the Slinky Dog Dash at Toy Story Land.
You didn't get to skip?
No, not for that one.
Oh, bullshit.
Not for that one, no. It was unavailable when we went to get it. They fill up fast. That ride right there, it's a popular ride. Holy crap, bro. 2 hours we stood in that line. And I wanted to beat the dog snot out of these kids that just wouldn't listen. Like, they were hanging on, like...
Did you have to parent somebody else's children?
No, I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't. You know how you got the lines and you got the bars that you got to stay in between? And then, like, on these lines, because they know it's going to be long, they put, like, props in them.
Right.
You know, like pieces of toy stuff.
Yeah, to keep you entertained while you wait 2 fucking hours
exactly.
for a 1 minute ride.
Well, it was a little bit longer than 1 minute. I give it that. It did give it a nice little whirl. But for the most part, 2 hours was crazy.
Was the juice worth the squeeze?
For my daughter, it was.
Okay.
So, for me, yes. But, bro, like, these kids were, like, climbing on, like, the stuff, and then there was, like, this one piece of what looked like to be the roller coaster, like, used as a prop, and they're, like, hanging on it and jumping. I'm like, what the... Man, these kids are going to break their face, and...
Hopefully.
Oh.
Get you a few spots up in line, at least.
Oh, they're right in front of me. Yeah, a couple of spots, yeah, for sure.
What was the ride?
Slinky Dog Dash.
Yeah, I know, but what is that?
It's like a roller coaster. So
roller coaster. Okay.
It's a roller coaster that takes you like all over Andy's backyard.
Oh,
that's what Toy Story Land is, pretty
much.
Cool. Andy's backyard.
That's actually pretty cool.
They got big ass footprints and embedded in the ground, so it looks like you're a part of the toys. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. The 2 hour wait wasn't so cool.
No, that sucks.
And it was hot, so the sun was beaming on me for sure. But got on the ride, did the ride. At the end, my daughter looked at me and she goes, "That was so worth it." That was so worth it. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, love.
We gotta take her to Cedar Point then. There's roller coasters all over that thing.
Yeah, well, that one that she will not go on is the whole reason that everybody goes there. That main
Millennium
attraction.
Force?
That big one?
Yeah. I've been on that one.
Yeah. She won't jump on that.
Fucking awesome.
She won't jump on that.
I used to
point
anyway.
and go straight down.
Yeah, nowadays I can't. When I was younger, I used to be able to all day get to Darien Lake when they open and leave when they close and be like, fuck, it's over.
Yep.
Now I go on like 2-3 rides. I'm like, whew, man. Like sitting there drinking my water, sitting down, like trying to fucking collect my brain. I feel like I have CTE. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm getting old, man. Fucking 30 years old at that shit ain't the same as 20. As a matter of fact, last time I went to an amusement park, for you kid, I bought the old man walk around pass. You like ride and slide pass for $30 blah 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 dollars? I'm like, yeah, no, this got the walk around pass for $12.95, please. Thank you. I don't need to go on any rides. I'm good. I'm just here for the fresh cut fries.
Yeah, the amusement park. What was it for?
It was for
dance. Yeah. Yep.
Seabreeze, cheap plug. It's local.
Yeah, they're local. We can say it.
For
Seabreeze.
Rinky Dink Park, it's got to be one of the nicest ones. Like, Seabreeze is nice.
Yeah, it's not
small
horrible.
as hell, but it's nice.
It's not a horrible. They got decent rides.
For kids and shit.
They're decent. It's a decent amusement.
You can't
park.
lose your kids really because it's not really that big of a place. Not like you lose your kid at Darien Lake. Holy fuck! Kids
and you can spend all day there.
Yeah,
you can spend all day at Seabreeze. They got that big ass wave pool and everything else. So I mean, it's pretty decent. Darien Lake did get rid of the bucket.
What bucket?
The
Hooks Lagoon thing?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
The bucket. Just the bucket part. They got the rest of the Hooks Lagoon part.
Do they? That's weird.
They just ain't got the bucket.
Seabreeze got a bucket.
Yeah. I'm so mad. Like, they were one of the originators in this area to bring the bucket.
First time I ever saw the bucket.
In this area.
I went there to fucking look forward to that bucket.
Yeah. You hear that bell ringing and it's a wrap. Mm-hmm. My mom still talks about the story.
Dude, I bust my ass. You talk about it, dude. I bust my ass hard, dude. I fucking just straight up ate it. I slipped out. My feet were gone, bro. There was a moment in time where there was no part of me touching this fucking earth. I was airborne for a second and came down right face first onto a hole where there was a plant. There used to be. Thank God it wasn't a plant still there because I would have ate that shit. But, dude, my head was like fucking a dog bowl in a toilet, bro. It was a boo. Like, thank God, because if something else would have been there, that would have hurt. That was fucking holy shit. It was like probably a 5-second thing in my mind felt like about 9 minutes. It was the longest fall of my life. I still remember it fucking very clearly. I was like, what the fuck? This is one of the things you wake up and fucking on the ground like, ooh, yo. Slap the ground, boom, and fucking nothing but just fucking. Oh boy.
My mom brought that up on vacation, yo. It was so funny. That you mentioned it like that because you mentioned like the dog in the boat, like it legit. That's yeah.
Yeah,
that's
like
a good way to describe it.
It was a whole
really
fake
find
palm
word for
tree
it.
used to be.
Yeah, yeah, and I couldn't quite find a word for it, and I was like, "What?" Like, I mean, you were a bigger kid, so you kind of like sat there and kind of.
I was a fat fuck when I was little, dude. You don't fall when you're fat. That's why it's so. Dude, I was fat.
You kind of like rocked yourself back up.
Yeah, man, that's fat people I meant to fall like that. How much fucking force that takes? I could have fucking punctured an organ. It's like people think cows tipping over and they can't get up. No, they die because their fucking fat crushes their rib cage and they can't breathe. That's how I felt. Like I got cow tipped. Like, it was not fun. But I survived. That's exactly what it was.
Yo, he said cow tipped. I can't mess with you today.
I'm sorry.
That's so funny, but yes.
So I can take it. Just as much roast myself as much as I roast anybody else. If that would have happened to anybody else, I'd still be talking about it today, so who the hell am I to deceive?
Well, we were talking about the bucket and how it's not there. And that story came up. You know, hey, remember that one time we took Mike with... Oh, God, here we go, Mom. And then she went and she said it. She's like, he kind of rocked himself back up a little bit.
Probably didn't know what the fuck
like
I was.
Like a beached whale, kind of. She says, you're like a beached whale, kind of, sort of. And I was like, yeah, and his head was in like this hole. I was like, yeah, that's what I remember, his head being in this hole. And that was the most funniest thing to me ever. My best friend's head is in a hole because he slipped and fell to try to get to this bucket that we never made it to, by the way.
Oh, I didn't make nothing. That bucket was long. I didn't even fucking get my face out of the fake dirt before that fucking bucket was long, tipped, and halfway full again. Kidding me?
We never made it to that bucket that time. We did eventually get to it, but oh my god, that's funny. I'm so glad you remember that, bro.
Oh, you don't forget shit like that.
No. Ooh.
That's how I imagine doing acid is. Say everything's freeze frame. That's how it was when you're going down. It's like,
no.
There's nothing I can do here. I'm elevated.
Yep.
It's like, dude, suicide dive mode. Like how you body when you're flat out. That's what happened. Because my feet came out from under me so fast.
They did too.
And for a fat guy, that's never good.
They did. They went out pretty quick, and I was like, oh boy. Because we both went to turn around and run, and he was, oh shit! All right, yo, you good? And his head was in the hole, and I just lost it. I had to leave, and I'm sorry for laughing, but
I would laugh too. That's fine.
It was funny to me.
I'm sure I did.
Oh well, anyhow,
thank God I survived, so we could do this great show today.
How was your 2 weeks off? And thanks for taking care of the studio for sure,
dude. No problem. And yeah, 2 weeks. I've been busy as fuck, dude. Honestly, I've been working my ass off. It's Christmas time, so the OT is there for the taking, and I'm taking as much of it as I possibly can.
Word. You gotta.
So come buy my cheap sitch, so I can keep paying myself, basically.
You gotta.
Well, you buy the longer I
hustle.
stay.
You gotta hustle these holiday seasons, man.
Gotta hustle. It's like my last holiday in this building too. So shutting down my building and we're getting a new one. This is my first job. Like I've left and came back, but like I started at this shop. And like I'm gonna end it, and it's just kind of weird, kind of sad at the same time. Like, I love that place.
It's like a bittersweet.
It's very bittersweet. I'm looking forward to the new toys and the new updated. When we were fucking VCR of pizza joints.
Didn't you close my first store?
Which one was that?
Eastridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Closed Eastridge. Closed.
That hurt.
Well, kind of closed Eastridge. I went.
That hurt so bad.
They closed Eastridge because I left.
I was so. It hurts.
Then I closed Spencer Fort. Then I closed Tyler. Then I closed Hinchy. They started calling me to close it. That's why when I went back to Henrietta, they were like, "Oh fuck!" Everywhere I went, they were like. That's what essentially my job was. They were like, we're shutting these places down. They were just like, we're not going to tell you when, go run them. The only one that caught me off guard was the child I won. I hated that. That was my retirement.
That caught me off guard. I was like,
that
really?
That was my fucking retirement plan, man. I could have stayed there forever. It was so fucking easy.
It was a nice building.
Nice building, too. Yeah, we were there. Demoed that bitch.
We demoed it, yeah.
It's fun. Yes, probably in a couple months. I think we go. This is what happened while you were out of town. I've told you this, but I'll tell the story. It's fun. We're buying this new shop, and we go in there, and of course the schmuck fucks who own the place apparently decide to shut the water and the power off. And when that happens, your pipes freeze. So when you got a brand new building now that completely has to be ripped down to the studs because these assholes basically let it get waterlogged. I was like, well, because we were supposed to be gone by the end of the year, so now we're going to be probably 3-4 months.
Oh, well into the year.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's gonna take a little bit, and I'm figuring they're not gonna want to do a grand opening in the worst part of the year. So if they do a winter grand opening, it'd be pretty fucking dumb, especially when we're gonna be marketing the hell out of delivery. So I told them to hold off till spring if it's only gonna be a few weeks, because you know anything that's gonna derail it. Especially when I'm in a rush to get out of here. We're contracted here until 2021. So.
Oh, okay. You got some time.
But they don't care if we leave, and we don't care if we leave, so it's not we have to terminate or anything. It's just whenever we leave, they're going to have 20 extra parking spots for their car dealership, basically. So,
yeah. They got your building surrounded, anyways.
There's like 15 years, man. So many fucking after work parties, fantasy football drafts in the party room.
Bro, that's how I felt about Eastridge.
Me too.
Like
that was where I went when I left my store. Man, now I
almost felt like I grew up. With that restaurant mentality at Eastridge, because that's where I started as a dishwasher.
I refer to it as Old E. That's what everybody survived. Every time I get an employee, I say, hey, you would have survived at Old E. That's how I distinguish whether people are good or not. I'm like, you either could have survived back at Eastridge back in the day, you could.
Or you couldn't, right.
I have two that could have currently.
That's survival of the fittest out there.
Oh, absolutely.
So Eastridge was survival of the fittest. And it's... Again, it was where I started as a dishwasher and then worked my way up to being a cook and then finding my way to the make table. And then next thing I know, I'm running cash and answering phones. And then, I'm a shift manager? And then I leave there involuntarily. Thanks to your family member. Get rehired at a different location. Run that as a shift manager. Then become an assistant manager. Which basically I was the general manager because the general manager was never there. Mm-hmm. You can contest to that.
Yes, I can.
You can contest to that. The general manager was never there. I was doing the hiring. I was doing the firing. I was doing the payroll. I was doing the ordering for food. I was doing the early morning preps, and you know what I mean. That's what I had to do because somebody else was doing it for somebody else in a different company.
I love it. Whatever. Take the opportunity.
But at Eastridge, man, we had so many parties.
Me too.
And I hate saying it like that, but we had so many parties in that place. Like, we would close and then just crank up the music.
There at 6 in the morning.
Crank up the music, have the liquor flowing, have some beers
Salad bar
going.
full ice. Did you ever do that? We used to fill the salad bar with ice for our fucking drinks.
No, we just used to leave our drinks in the cooler.
Oh, fuck that. We had it out in the party with the die. We used to legit
Y'all went all out.
Oh yeah. It was fucking.
Oh yeah, we ain't try to party in a dining room. Only time there was partying in a dining room was when there was because that's the only part that we kept dark. We kept the back of the house lit.
Right.
Front of the house was dark.
It was the best. Another part that was nice about that
Because your family member
too.
liked to sit in the parking lot and spy on us.
Well, see, I was the head motherfucker, so that was me and my people. It wasn't fucking. It was good. It was good times. Fucking.
We had lettuce. We had lettuce roasting.
Oh, that was what I was gonna say. Like my bosses never bother me, so they stay away from me. They just let me do my thing. But when corporate came to town, Eastridge was the part of town that they didn't feel comfortable, so they never came.
Well,
like I saw once a year, maybe I saw anybody above my district.
It was quote unquote the hood.
Oh yeah, that's considered that. They ain't going there.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right, sweet. Basically corporate proof.
Yep. Like, I mean, if that's the case, they wouldn't go to Titus and Monroe either, or not Monroe.
They
Garson.
They didn't go. They remember when fucking their little dump over there on Colvin and Parcells. They didn't go to those.
Oh, Calvin and Parcells when I was in that.
The one that was above
that mart
had an apartment complex on top.
It was in that little mart that had like the mini mart next to it and stuff. Yeah, that was a delivery only place, and that place was a dump. I threatened to quit when they were like, "Oh, we need you to go to Parcells." I said, "Yeah, you need me to quit?" They were like, "What?" Like, you need me? I'm not going over there.
Not without my fucking mandated gun and bulletproof vest.
It's not even about the gun and bulletproof vest. Those workers were horrible. I tried calling over there for like product if I ran low, and it's just God, dealing with those people were just. I was like, really? Like you guys are answering the phone this way? You guys are talking to people like, ugh. Oh, I went there one time to pick up pepperoni, I think it was, and I was like, I'll never come back here again. Sorry, we're out of pepperoni, nigga. It's just how it is. Never. Oh. And I'm not one to say I'm scared of the golden hood, because I'm not. I was brought up in the hood. I just don't want to work with a bunch of nonsense people. That's going to make me look bad.
I wouldn't work at Parcells. Fuck that.
No.
Too many shoot 'em up.
I did Titus, and I was like, what?
Titus was, man.
You guys are idiots over here. They were a bunch of idiots.
You know what? The kids that worked at there also worked at the arcade, so yeah, they were definitely tough.
We had one old guy who was just got his wits end. I thought he was going to drive right into the Irondequoit Bay. He made me nervous. We had another driver at Kodak Park who was like, he was a scammer, man. I'm going to bleep out his name here. Hold on, but his name was...
Okay.
And he used to collect disability, work low enough hours that it was still legal, and then had like a car detailing business on the side.
Yeah, not as bad.
So he would be like, come into work and was a driver, and he'd be, yo, your car looks like it needs some work or it needs a little love. Here, why don't you? You gonna do it for free? Well, nah, I'm not. Well, then no, get out my face. Well, can you get us a couple pizzas? Can you detail my car? Not for free. Then not for free.
I love that when you walk into your uniform somewhere. Like, I go to the gas station in my shit, and they're like, "Where's my pizza?" I'm like, "Hey, where's my fucking gas?" I'm like, why the fuck would I give you shit?
Right.
What the fuck you gonna do to me? You come to buy your pizza with a gaff card in your hand? No. You got some churros, some fucking nachos from 7-Eleven? No, I don't see that shit. Don't ask me for nothing if you ain't giving me nothing.
If you ain't got my churros, you better leave me alone.
You come something, now we're talking. It's called trade. That's how the world works. You do for me, I do for you.
Yeah, we used to do food trades all the time.
Me too.
Your family member hated that.
Fucking... I get you my oil changed. Dude, I got fucking last year when I was a child. I gave this guy some fucking a bunch of food. I got a fucking alignment, 4 new tires. I got like a whole. At least $1,000 worth of shit for like $400. I have an SUV, so I know the tires alone. But I hooked them up because every week I would give them 5 pizzas for the shop every Saturday, and they would change all my driver's oil every time it was needed. So that's fair trade for everybody. That's how I set shit up, man. I bring it in, they know I do it.
Nothing
It's
wrong
like
with
an
that.
employee appreciation thing. They love it. But when I
Nothing
take
wrong
them
with
my shit, they were like, yeah. Even the guy, when I went in to cash out the paperwork, he looked at the paperwork. He's like, I got to take this to my boss real quick just to make sure this is right. And he comes back, he's like, yeah, it's all right. Hey, this is right.
You're all set. Have a good one.
Fucked up. Like, so my job sucks sometimes, but the friend, like, I have got some
Benefits.
serious outside benefits.
You got some
because of
benefits out of
what
it. Yep, absolutely. I think everybody's job is like that if you work your cards right.
So it's fucking.
I mean, I do it all the time at the job I am.
You got to.
I'm a salesman, and I see a lot of different companies come by. I'm like, oh, all right, so this is what you do, huh? All right, let me see some references. You got a website? Let me see, you know what I mean? And then next thing I know, this is so-and-so from this place. Come by and look at this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And because I hook them up, they'll hook me up. All right, let's get down to business.
What's up the Google being gray, by the way?
I don't know. It's
It was
weird.
like that on mine, too.
I think it's
fucked up.
I think it's because
Some
of this.
kind of an awareness. But, oh, fuck yeah. It was like a 9-day long funeral. Let's just talk about that real quick. I'm sure we'll talk about that.
Well, yeah, I was about to get into that.
Dude, I was every single, 4 days in a row, I got stuck watching that at the gym. How long did it take to bury that fucking guy? How long is the funeral?
Apparently a very long time.
Jesus Christ. If I was ever become some kind of American hero, I'm going to request that my funeral be done in 15 minutes. I want to go 90 miles an hour down fucking Pennsylvania Avenue. I want them to stop the hearse so fast my casket just fucking shoots out the back and falls on the little thing. And don't take those long-ass stairs either. That's too much work on the guys carrying me. Fuck that. Just fucking leave me on the bottom. You ain't going to take me to church.
I was going to say, yeah, word, but I think I'm older than you, so I might go before you.
Barely.
I mean...
Yeah, but when we're 65 and 68, ain't going to matter.
You think I'm going to be able to carry somebody at 68?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Leave me on the bottom of the stairs.
At the age I am now, I feel like I'm 68. So at 68, I'm going to feel like I'm like 190.
You're going to be your kids carrying us.
Yeah.
Fucking if I had kids carrying, I ain't carrying you. If we died old age,
Ileana, go grab Mike.
Sorry, buddy.
Ileana, Lewis, go grab Mike. Oh, boy. Yeah. So let's talk about that real
95,
fast.
that's a run, though. Him and his wife both living in the 90s. How the fuck does that even happen? That's a long life.
Yeah.
Guy jumped out of a plane at 90. God bless him. He was way before my time, so I don't really know much about his politics, but I know he was a war guy, so...
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What we're talking about here is the passing of former president, or would you still consider him president?
I think you call him presidents once they're not presidents.
Yeah, but then they're dead, so...
But, oh yeah, now. Dead President George.
Yeah, whatever.
Herbert something Bush.
So President George H.W. Bush, father of George W. Bush.
W. Just call him W.
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 Has passed away. He obviously left a mark in political world, as his funeral was a huge hit and turnout. Like Mike mentioned,
right by me.
Like Mike mentioned, he it's like a 4-day funeral. So
all days, Kyle. Man, they're carting this carcass around all the time. I swear to God that I was watching it, and Bill Clinton was trying to fuck Michelle Obama the whole time. He's just like laughing and like with a girl you would be flirting with kind of way.
Well, it's Bill Clinton. It wouldn't surprise me.
That's what I mean. It's awesome. Bill's always good.
And W is always giving
Bill and W's always trying to.
W is giving Michelle. Yeah, W is giving Michelle candy.
Yeah,
he's going to be the next. He's going to be the next Bill Cosby.
You ever notice with him like Michelle Obama treats him like a kid with disabilities. It's like, hey, W. Like, it's always like she's like she sees him as a little stupid kid. It's hilarious. Pay attention to him. I mean, because he is. That's why he's probably my favorite president. It has nothing to do with how he won the country. It's just how he fucking for the humor. His facial expressions were the best. We thought, especially when he thought he did something good, but it was like
it was stupid.
Nailed it. But it sucks.
Anyhow, his father, George H.W. Bush, born 1924, has passed away in the year 2018. That guy lived a full life. So we'll be doing a moment of silence for him, as well as the passing of former WWF, because that's what it was back then, but it is now known as WWE. Former tag team legend, the Dynamite Kid. The Dynamite Kid.
This one really surprised me.
Huge European,
you know why?
Legend. Just
I'll be honest with you,
because you thought he was already dead.
Yeah, I thought he long died. That's why when I saw it, I'm like, what is this, like a day he died or something?
No, he died
It's
today.
his birthday, I guess, too.
And he died on his birthday. That's what I was just about to get to. The Dynamite Kid has passed away. So we're going to just do a quick moment of silence for these guys. The Dynamite Kid and I still want to call him former president, but President George H.W. Bush. So... So again, rest in peace to George H.W. Bush and the Dynamite Kid. You guys are gone, but never forgotten, as you will rest in souls and hearts of many across the nation and world. Mike, you want to add anything that's somewhat sensible?
The main George H.W. Bush parody account is they tweeted randomly. It was like, "Damn, it's hot down here." I laughed. I laughed a lot.
That wasn't sensible at all. That's not what I meant by sensible.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, Lord. Folks, we're going to go ahead and take a quick... some words from friends. I can't stand you. We're going to have some quick words from friends, and then we'll return. Do not go nowhere.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Girls, have you ever looked down and said, "These lips need love"? Me too. So I did a net search and found
Rager Gator.
Vajazzling Clinic. This gator knew the sensitive touch that a real woman is looking for. Plus, I got the bling in the bling, damn it. So remember, when the vajayjay is sad, go to
Rager Gator.
Vajazzling Clinic.
Jaws a party.
Rager Gator is property of the Underworld Cartel. All other Ragers and Gators are mere imitators. Rager Gator and its affiliates are not liable for
any loss of profit, counter lawsuits, misuse of products and services, natural wear and tear, depletion of the ozone layer, packs of wild dogs, wardrobe malfunctions, inadequate length of limbs to reach things on the top shelf or any other shelf for that matter, bad internet connection, your neighbors, the fall of communist Russia, malnutrition, lack of knives, your parents' divorce, an excess of knives, bacterial and or viral infections, viral videos, additional limbs, stubbed toes, that one thing that happened to you in high school, baby boys, prolapsed rectum, the effect you experience while watching marital aid videos, tickle fights, inability to read, Uncle Brad, phallic symbols, raccoon burgers, kidnappings, child snackings, fleas, religious experiences, the quickening, nightmares, pregnancies, bad sushi, Taipei death matches, Tiger Smith, paper cuts or splinters, vacation time, unwanted memories.
If side effects last for more than 4 hours, please call a doctor. If your party lasts for less than 4 hours, party harder.
I am Adam/Aldo Rose. You're listening to Fourth Wall Podcast. Don't be a lemon. Go absolutely rose nuts.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, the Pope Elijah Burke, and you're listening to the Fourth Wall Podcast.
All right, folks, we're back. Mike J, you got anything in sports for us?
Oh, I sure as hell do.
Oh,
Got
boy.
a good one here.
All right.
It's about everybody's favorite NBA big man pussy Dwight Howard. I don't know, I hate Dwight Howard because a little bitch the way he acted like a... I wanted to say... we'll say a wussy when he acted in L.A. And now, this is the best story ever. It is two different stories, but it's hilarious of how they play together. Okay? Dwight Howard gets called out on Instagram. Did you see this story at all?
No.
Gets called out on Instagram by his little side piece there. About how they had an affair and blah, blah, blah. They didn't want it anymore. It turns out these chicks are transsexuals. And apparently Dwight Howard's got a chick with a little extra fetish. Or whatever, I'm not judging him. But anyway, after this all comes out, these chicks shitting all over him about how he likes them and he won't call back, blah, blah, blah. He fucking gets hurt. He's going to miss quite a... he's going to probably miss the season because he's a big pussy and his team sucks anyways. There's no reason for him really to play. But he fucking... I don't know what the technical term is because there's a technical term, but he has an injured ass. He broke his ass and can't play the season. So a guy that likes chicks with dicks all of a sudden can't play because he's got an ass injury. You got to appreciate the irony in that.
I mean, maybe the ass injury is because he's been messing with it. I mean, there's no such things as chicks with dicks. It's dudes with tits.
Yeah, only guys with tits. Yeah. Well, that's what Dwight Howard likes. They say, I hate this guy. Like, I wanted to see this guy career fall apart, and it's so far, it's so good. Should have stayed in LA, buddy. I don't want to play with Kobe. Yeah, why would you want to play with one of the greatest players of all time? You were good enough, motherfucker.
Yeah, pretty much.
You want to go to Washington. Well, the chicks have penises, apparently. Excuse us. Fucking LA. Well, yeah, sports has been pretty mild right now. Lakers doing their thing, though. Fucking 5th in the Western Conference. Which, no one thought we were going to fucking even be a playoff contender, which was dumb from the beginning. We'll be in the playoffs, fighting a win, but we'll be there. Looking good. We're gonna make it. If we get Anthony Davis, I know that's probably not going to happen, but if somehow Anthony Davis comes to the Lakers, the Warriors are going to fuck them up. I'll call that shot right now. I swear to fucking God. We get into a playoffs with a 7-game series of Kevin Durant's bitch little ass and his little pack of midgets that come play with LeBron and Anthony Davis. I don't give a shit who the rest of the team is. If we still have Rondo and Anthony Davis and Kyle Kuzma and Tyson Chandler and JaVale McGee, well, we could do some fucking damage. And we go from being a team, maybe we'll be in the playoffs, to this is the potential Western Conference champion team. And we get to the finals where we're at. But that all depends on getting Anthony Davis, which right now I'd probably say is about 25%, which is pretty damn good as far as this goes. So, let's get off the Lakers' fucking dick.
Well,
them haters. Patriots are doing their thing too, and thanks to Kareem Hunt and his casual outing with the Starbucks queen, she took care of that little fucker, so he's out of the league. Good riddance. Now if they just get Tyreek Hill too, because he punched his pregnant girl. So this is the thing about the Kareem Hunt thing. Everybody knows what it is, so we're not going to talk about it. But this motherfucker, the narrative is he got cut because he hit this woman. No, the narrative is, that's the narrative. He got cut because he didn't fucking tell them that they hit the woman. They asked him about this, and he said, no, I didn't do it, flat out lied. They cut him because they lied to him. They didn't cut him because he hit a girl. Because another guy on their team, Tyreek Hill, who was another just amazing person and just outstanding citizen, father of the year material, beat his pregnant girlfriend and kicked her in the stomach.
Ugh.
But he admitted to doing it. So the Chiefs were like, yeah, well, he admitted it, so, all good. Don't worry about it. So,
it's never.
Don't give the Chiefs, oh my God, they're such a good organization for cutting Kareem Hunt because of what he did. No, they knew about this shit. The shit happened in February. If TMZ could get the video, the NFL should have been able to get the video. I'm sorry. But they don't give a fuck about what Kareem Hunt did. It's just about image. If that would have never came out, they would have never cut him. It wouldn't even surprise me if the people in Kansas City knew about it and were just hoping like hell that it didn't get put out until after the Super Bowl. Because you don't want to lose Kareem Hunt. That's like losing John Cena in the WWE for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Isn't... Oh, damn. Jason Harvey a lawyer?
Who? Oh, Harvey Levin, the guy for TMZ.
Is that his name?
Yeah,
yeah, Harvey Levin. That's his name.
Yeah, the NFL's got lawyers too.
But I'm wondering.
Yeah, he owns TMZ.
Yeah, I know he owns TMZ, but he's a lawyer.
Yep. Okay. He used to be a good one too. He had all the big. So he used to be a celebrity lawyer. That motherfucker made some dough.
Which makes sense.
And he's still, I couldn't believe this either. This motherfucker, this is like one of those Ryan Seacrest motherfuckers that always work, and it seems like this motherfucker that ever work. Is that asshole still outside the courthouse on that court show at fucking 5 o'clock in the afternoon talking to people on the streets?
Oh, People's Court?
Yeah. I'm like, damn, my God, he's got all this crap. He's got TMZ, and he's still doing this. Good for him. It's like The Rock, too, man. That motherfucker work every day. Some people out there just keep going. I love those guys.
No days off.
No days off. Good for you.
No days off. XFL coming in 2020.
2020.
The big press conference happened today.
Yeah.
With the guy goes, oh, thank you for joining us on this day of mourning. We appreciate you guys being here on this monumental, day of loss or whatever. And then smiles or laughs.
Fuck that Bush.
Oh, Lord have
He's
mercy.
probably the one running the parody account.
Oh, Lord. You in this parody account. Oh, Lord have mercy. It was crazy. It was crazy. WWE Raw, WWE SmackDown, both hitting a all-time low.
Yeah, nobody watched it. It's not good.
All-time low. I mean, to be honest with you, that Baron Corbin general manager crap is horrible.
I can only imagine. Talk about this. Fox saying they want Ronda Rousey on SmackDown.
Thoughts are that could be a good thing.
Sure, it would be. You definitely want her on the show. But does USA go, hey, what the fuck? I mean, but USA ain't got shit compared to Fox, so. Fox is bossing WWE around again. They haven't done either of the things that Fox asked them to do because we don't know. The show isn't coming out for another year, but. Can't wait to see how this goes.
Ember Moon's husband, Matthew Palmer, tweeted out, "Hope this unsafe moron doesn't hurt my wife again."
Hey now.
And that is reference to Nia Jax.
She's not popular, huh?
No, not as of recent. She has gotten a reputation as an unsafe worker after multiple incidents of her injuring workers over the last month. She gave Becky Lynch that concussion when she punched her right in the face.
Straight to the face.
Selena Vega suffered a concussion after being tossed over the top rope.
Did we talk about that or no? The Nia Jax? Oh yeah, we must have.
Which one?
Do you think that was did she knew she was doing or no? That shoot or no? When Nia Jax threw that punch.
The punch to Becky?
Yeah, I'm not a worker, but it seemed to me like she could have pulled that. Like she would looked at her long enough doing that swing.
I personally think that it was like a get off me type of punch, and yeah, it could have been prevented.
I mean, she obviously wasn't trying to do that because she ain't even that stupid. But I definitely think she wanted. It definitely looked like she wanted her to feel it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because everyone's like, "Oh, well, Becky came up behind her. It was just kind of a swing." And I watched, and I'm like, "Nah."
She grabbed her arm.
She knew who.
She grabbed her arm and punched her in the face.
Yeah, like she was well aware she was swinging at Becky.
Yeah. Zelina Vega also suffered a concussion after being tossed over the top rope onto the floor by Nia Jax at the Battle Royal at WWE Evolution.
Jesus. Well, yeah, I mean, she's a tank compared to these other little snowflakes. It's surprising.
Yeah.
If you let a 6th grader run around with a 3rd grader, this is probably going to be some collateral damage. And it's not a fat joke, that's just a nature joke. Like a natured fact, I guess I should say, not even a joke. You got a 200-plus pound woman throwing a 120-pound woman, yeah, there's probably going to be a problem. Especially over the top. Zelina Vega ain't big.
No.
She's fucking 5 foot nothing.
No.
How far is that drop, you think, from the ropes? What is it?
In Nia's arms or from the...
They're going over the top rope. Just if she was knocked out Royal
easy.
Rumble size. So 15 feet, so you're falling 10 feet, not to mention getting thrown by Nia. Nia shouldn't be throwing people like that. She should know, I'm going to kill these bitches.
Yeah, from the top rope to the ground, I would think about anywhere between 13 to 15 feet.
Did they do a Women's Royal Rumble last year?
I believe so.
They did?
I believe so. Yes, I believe so. There's something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, you mentioned Zelina Vega. Word around town is that Zelina Vega got married.
We weren't telling anybody.
To Aleister Black. Congratulations.
Fuck him. Hope he loses whatever the fuck match he has.
Another one that's on Mike's radar.
She is my radar. Are you kidding me?
No, I mean the worker.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. What other stuff we had going on here? I don't think there's a lot of big stuff that's happened in the last couple of weeks.
We've only been gone for 3 weeks, so what possibly could have happened?
Besides Raw being horrible. Oh yeah, they shot tributes to the troops and Reigns came out. don't know if he worked or anything, but I know he came out. Alexa Bliss is almost cleared to come back. She's in Performance Center doing her thing, trying to get situated and ready for a full-time return. Matt Riddle.
My man. King of Bros.
Matt Riddle. Let me tell you guys about something about Matt Riddle. I was very skeptical about Matt Riddle when he first came in, but I kept it to myself until I seen him for myself. The kid's pretty good.
See, until what you showed me earlier, I've never seen one thing he'd done in wrestling, but I knew him from UFC, and I've known him from... He does a lot of interviews, and...
Yeah.
I think he's going to be... as far as on the stick goes, I don't know how he's a worker, but I'm like, yeah, this guy's a natural on the mic. He'll be able to 100% cut a promo.
Oh, he can cut a promo for sure. He can cut a promo for sure. That's what caught my interest. I was like, wow. That's interesting.
He's main roster guy for sure.
That's interesting. Wow.
That'll be another guy Fox requests. Oh, Matt Riddle? Yeah, we know him. Get him on the show.
Yep. Let's.
Also, wouldn't surprise me if they held him for that.
Good luck. Good luck to him. Good luck to him for.
What's the other dude's name again? The Flary guy, the Flash and Flare dude that's doing the Hogan thing.
Velveteen Dream.
Him too. He should be on the main roster.
Velveteen Dream is pretty money.
When you got 2 shows for a boring fucks, roll the dice. Throw some of these new guys out there just to see, and let them beat them. Don't produce them over the top.
Yeah.
I don't think you can.
Under.
This is the problem. I don't think you could. They're overproduced. Even all these wrestlers now are coming out saying that they're not even allowed to go off script. They get a script. Dolph Ziggler, I think, went on in the Big Show. Big Show got heat, I heard too, because he went on an interview talking shit basically about the WWE, and then all of a sudden he was rid off TV on SmackDown. I guess I didn't see it, but they said he was did something. He wrote him off. I don't remember what he said.
Big Show doesn't bite his tongue much.
Listen to the interview. But Matt Riddle's the same way. This isn't going to be a guy that they're going to hand him a piece of paper and he's going to go out there and read it word for word. He's not going to do it. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, he wants to be in the WWE, sure, but he's not that guy that's going to sit there and worry about getting fired. That guy doesn't care. You think he cares about getting fired from the WWE? The guy walked away from the UFC. He didn't have to get fired from the UFC. He blatantly was like, I'm not going to do what you tell me, and they let him go. So it'll be interesting to see how it works. Like, I hope he does his own. I hope it could be the guy that fucking finally lets him do his own thing and it works. Because it took Austin to get it going the first time, you know? It wasn't like everyone back. It's not like everyone was always doing things. Finally, somebody went off script. Austin finally went off script.
You've heard about Austin?
No, I haven't.
Austin quit drinking beer.
I did hear that, yeah.
And he now picked up pot.
Did he? Good for Austin. Well, remember, he had to quit doing beer back in the day because, you know, Deborah said something she shouldn't have.
He now picked up smoking weed.
Good for Austin. Yeah, Stone Cold. That's got to be a fucking weed.
Stone cold. Stone to cold.
Oh, yeah.
Neville wins his first title from leaving the WWE. He wins the Dragon Gate Open Dragon Gate title from Masahiro Yoshihono.
Better than I could have done.
I tried. I've heard of him before. I just can't pronounce these names ever. So congratulations to him, I guess.
Oh, Asian people in China trying to read our names. The Mika.
Yeah.
Digilo. What is this crap?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can't do it. It's pronounced Steve, motherfucker.
WWE, or NXT, as you might know or might have heard, has extended their brand out to the UK. So now it's NXT UK out there. And well, with the UK, and you get a UK signing in the NXT, I messed it all up. With the NXT, and you being in the UK, obviously you're going to need to sign a contract in the WWE and NXT. And that's exactly what's been going on here. So all those NXT talents, or NXT UK talents that have been...
They put on shows in the UK?
Booked, yeah. That have been booked, now have this contract, and they have restrictions in these contracts, like every other contract that you may know. Some of these restrictions are working for non-WWE partnerships in Europe. Appearances cannot be filmed for distribution or streaming. They cannot work against anyone from major companies like, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Rev Pro, ROH, things like that. So there's a lot of restrictions for these guys to make money, so to speak. There's 3 tiers that goes to it. Tier 1, wrestlers are signed to what is essentially WWE full-time deals, structured similarly to that of the traditional NXT deals. Wrestlers can work dark matches for WWE partner promotions, similar to NXT talent working dark matches for Evolve prior to WWE NXT, allowing those matches to be part of WWN live broadcasting, and that's partnership out in the UK.
Do they have a performance center out there?
I'm not sure about that. The reports indicates that Progress and ICW are set to be added to the WWE network at the start of 2019. Those are also UK promotions that a lot of these talents have came over from. WWE is looking into adding new content to the network and having internally discussion and a tiered network structure. A majority of those scheduled to appear on NXT TakeOver Blackpool fall into this tier. So there we have it. We already got a NXT Blackpool ready to be out there for streaming on the WWE network. Tier 2, wrestlers can appear on streaming services, but only for WWE partner promotions. Progress, ICW, WXW, which is Alpha and Sika, or Alpha's promotion, Fight Club Pro, Attack Pro Wrestling, Over the Top Wrestling, and Future Shock. Wrestlers who are semi-regulars but without a role on TakeOver fall into this tier. And then Tier 3, wrestlers can work freely across the world but cannot appear for major promotions such as Rev Pro, Defiant, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, Impact, MLW, Lucha Underground, and the potential All Elite Wrestling. This tier consists of mainly enhancement talent and 1 or 2 wrestlers who have not signed new deals. Of course, there are going to be exceptions that do not fit neatly into one of the boxes. One exception is Walter, who will remain in Germany and will freelance for the WWE NXT.
I'd love to know who's in Gorilla for those shows.
No matter which tier a wrestler falls into, he or she cannot wrestle anyone from a major promotion.
There you go.
So NXT TakeOver Blackpool will happen this January 2019. Keep your eyes out for that. Nothing?
No, I don't give a shit about that. You know that.
Alright. Rhino and Heath Slater had a match on Raw this weekend, or this past week. Stipulation made by Baron Corbin, of course, was loser gets fired from the WWE or WWE Raw after that's pretty much it. So loser on that was Rhino.
Oh, he's gone.
Rhino actually announced his retirement to the fans on Raw. So if that is true, and that does actually go down to where he's retired, best of luck to you, Rhino. And we wish you well in all of your future endeavors.
He's got to be up there, man. How the fuck long has he been around?
He's been around for a while. But I think he's probably concentrating more on politics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, because he did he win?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But either way, he was running for it. So that I mentioned in that the tiering and the NXT UK contracting about All Elite Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at some of that stuff that was lined up there, and there were some pretty decent names on there. A lot of them were names that are still signed to the WWE, but those are hopefuls, so to speak, for them signing a contract, or should I say not signing a contract, re-signing a contract with the WWE. Some of those names included The Club, AJ Styles, the Hardy Boys, Jeff Hardy. There was somebody else too. Mark Henry, maybe? Even I know he's contracted. I can't recall. But they also have potential of looking at CM Punk. I guess we can see all see how that works out. All this being brought to you by with association supposedly Cody Rhodes, Young Bucks, Jim Ross, and CM Punk. From what I heard.
I mean, they got a money guy, that's for sure. Fucking, I don't know who the Jags there. What's his name? Abad Khan. It's this kid that's fucking doing it, but he's just the same. They got enough money that they were playing a game every year in London, so they were like, fuck it, we're just going to buy Wembley Stadium. It's easier. So that's the kind of money they got. So they got a money guy. But who knows, man? I don't think there's a market for another Fed like that right now. A niche market, yes. A major market, no. Just my opinion, though. What do I know?
Nope, I'm with you, bro. Your thoughts. I want to hear. Thoughts, David Arquette.
I think he's a fucking idiot. Unquestionably. You don't need to do this shit. And what you did was dumb. And whoever promoted it should never be allowed to promote another show again. Just in my opinion. Thinks he owes it to wrestling. For what? You don't know about nothing. Fuck. You did your job. They hired you at WCW to do a job and you did it. You got nothing to do about that. They told you they were going to pay you to come in during the WCW title. That was 20 years ago. Nobody gives a shit. You don't know nothing. It's like, oh, we need David Arquette to get beat up with a light bulb because he won the title 20 years ago and was mad about it.
I don't even think the promoter knew about all that happening. They just knew it was going to be some type of death match, and Nick Gage just took it to a whole new level.
Well, I mean, he's a scumbag too, then. You got a guy that you know is good. Even if you got somebody like that and you know they don't belong, it's your job as a fucking worker to make sure that he fucking gets out of there. You don't want to fucking something like that on your resume.
Right.
There's nothing that worse than not as worse as that asshole in Mexico that threw the cinder block. Well, that's attempted murder. That he should have been arrested. If that would have happened in America, he'd be in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Unquestionably. Lucky it happened in Mexico. So I mean, man, wrestling is getting stupid. People think it's fucking this shit isn't. They act like it's real. So there's so many concussions. It's like so many concussions because these guys are wailing on each other's fucking heads.
Yep.
I mean, we've lived this before. The chair shot shit. Look how that ended up. It became a mess. 5 years from now, you're not going to be allowed to do head kicks. Guarantee it. If not, they should be allowed. That should be banned now. Get ahead of the time, man. Look from the NFL. They're suffering the most from fucking this concussion bullshit. And I know WWE got a concussion lawsuit sold. You think about this. WWE had a concussion lawsuit that was ongoing with a whole bunch of guys suing the WWE, and the WWE won. Mm-hmm. And it closed like a month before all this shit started happening. Can you imagine if Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan and fucking there's been like 4 or 5 other guys that have been out with concussions, and I'm since forgetting. But can you imagine if that happened while this case was going on? It would have hurt.
Yeah, could have hurt.
Like Alexa Bliss can't be older than what, 25, 26? And she's had 3 of them.
20.
And you know, a lot of these guys are getting them and not telling them because they know now. They're like, if we get a concussion, we're getting pulled off the road. They're not saying it. Football players admit that shit. They say, if we get a concussion, we do everything in our power to act like we don't have one because we do not want to come out of the game. And that's what's happening in wrestling. You can tell some of these motherfuckers got their bell rung. I won't remember what it was, and it sucks. I really wish I did. But we were watching something recently, and you could just tell that they were shook. And I don't remember what it was.
Oh, yeah.
You remember?
You said something about it. I was like, wow, they look messed up.
Yeah, they were messed up. And I'm sorry. I know it's...
Someone got dropped in a dome piece. I can't remember exactly who it was.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, they're seriously hurt.
Mm.
It's getting crazy. Your thoughts on David Arquette?
I really don't have any. I didn't have thoughts of David Arquette when he was in WCW. I didn't have thoughts of David Arquette when he was there back in the day. I still don't have thoughts about him now. Even locally when they were like, "Hey, we're bringing in David Arquette," I went,
"Yeah." You told me that. This was before I knew anything was going on about him wrestling. You told me that, and I was like, "Why?" You know, he's a wrestler now. I'm like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "What is he, 50?" Jesus Christ, this guy was like he was dating Courtney Cox in the 90s.
Yeah.
For Christ's sakes.
Yeah, he was married to her, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Courtney Cox Arquette.
Yeah.
But people are stupid.
Nia Jax went on the topic of Ember Moon getting married in her Game of Thrones themed wedding ceremony.
Holy shit.
Nia Jax was finding well through, so I'm guessing this is my fault too.
Yeah.
You read it, you're like, holy shit. Yeah, that's...
Probably didn't invite her, didn't have enough cake.
Get up, Lou.
I can't stand you.
Now you're mad as fuck. I hate chocolate. They had marble. Okay, I took off a Saturday for that shit. Hashtag I'm beautiful. I love that one time when she's playing this badass destroying character, so he made fun of her on Twitter and she got all sentimental. Like, wow, bitch, you don't understand how this works, do you? That's called heat. You want that shit. You can sit here and take it personal. Who does that?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Now, if you gotta rib somebody, you gotta be able to be ribbed. Don't you agree?
Yes. Yes, 110%. If you can dish it out, you need to be able to take it.
All right.
Period.
Understood.
Period.
Doesn't happen like that.
I mean, I've seen some pretty bad ribs out there. I mean, now they're doing ribs with memes. And
ultimate old school rib though, Mr. Fuji feeding homeboy his own dog.
That was good.
Ooh.
That was good.
That was where that pepper shit came from.
I heard. I seen that. I seen the ribbing happen, and it was pretty gross. Like, we were doing like a fair show, and we were all in like trailers, like camper trailers. There's like 4 or 5 of them, and they came into one camper trailer, and someone took a shit in this dude's bag.
Hey, I fucking
shit in his bag, and then bagged his toilet paper, and then toilet paper his bag. They closed the lid and toilet papered it, so he just thought that was the rib, and then he opened it up and poop everywhere.
What did he do?
He got mad.
Oh, of course.
Well, that was his gear. That was his gear for that night. And this happened before the show.
That's shitty.
But man, it's...
Didn't that start the plane ride to hell? X-Pac shitting in somebody's bag and then cutting Michael fucking Hayes'
Hayes' ponytail, and then taping the ponytail on the wall at the event the next that night when or whatever that event was. Yeah,
I know plane door open. I know Lesnar was involved and Hardcore Holly.
Yeah, there was a couple different incidents. I don't think they were all one.
That one, the one with
there were a couple incidents where like
I know Lesnar. I think Lesnar and Holly was the one that involved
Lesnar and Holly. There was one that was Lesnar and Lesnar and somebody. And then I know there was JBL and Joey Styles.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And Joey Styles knocked JBL out.
That's crazy.
Knocked JBL out. What was the other one that I've heard? Oh, Vince McMahon and Kurt Angle.
I heard that they wrestled on the plane.
They wrestled on the plane, and Undertaker didn't realize what was happening and took it serious. And
yeah, I just heard that one.
Jacked up Kurt Angle.
And McMahon, I guess, initiated it.
Yeah, he wanted to wrestle him.
Yeah.
Get a couple drinks in him. He's ready to go.
I feel like McMahon, when you take away the fucking the work McMahon, the at the bar McMahon is probably awesome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
Hey guys, buddy hates him. I was listening to Vince Russo and Ed Ferraro one time. They used to travel with Vince when they used to write the shows, and they used to talk about how they used to eat, what they used to do for food. How would you think McMahon would eat while he's on the road?
I don't know.
The beef jerky from the gas station.
Really?
That's all he would eat.
Ah.
McMahon is crazy. That guy's huge.
Beef jerky. Yeah. Whatever floats your boat, bro. Whatever you like. Yeah, that's really it. Like, I don't see anything else really.
It was a good show today.
Really going on there. So, yeah. I think future cast.
Next week we're doing a Deadpool recap because we're coming in close. DJ Lou's leading the pack right now, so we're going to go over our picks. We're going to see if we got any late-minute spoilers, maybe. Anybody might be teetering the edge. 1 week. 7 days is a lot in the life of Tammy Sitch.
Yeah.
And Facebook's got curse words in it, so you never know.
You never know.
So you might need that bottle. I don't think it's 67 points, but it's a start. I almost don't want to waste it right now. So I don't think I can catch. I have to have 2.
You want to wait?
So I don't know if I want to waste it and draft it again next year.
Hope that happens next year. Let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, we could talk about that. I also want to talk about recent allocations. I don't want to say allocations. recent discoveries of sexual predators at indie scenes, sexual predators at indie scenes that have said shows where their venues are at community centers inside schools, where sexual predators shall not be, especially if convicted. If they're a convicted sexual predator, and they are. Don't go there. And they are. They're convicted and they're a registered sex offender. They shouldn't be there, so they shouldn't be on the show. Agrees, disagrees. We'll talk about that maybe next week. Maybe next week. Maybe we'll have some people call in and spread their opinion on said matter. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how this works out. And but until next time, we're gonna end it here.
Follow me on Twitter at MikeJ585.
And you can follow me on Twitter at DJLou585. Together on Facebook.com/ Fourth Wall Podcast. I was like, where is he? Why isn't he saying it? So yeah. So until next week, folks, we'll holler at you then. Peace.
Hey, what up? It's your boy DJ Sight, and I'm jamming with my homie DJ Lou. And if you ain't with DJ Lou, you know what? You got to do better.
One day I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye. Strangled him off in the parking lot with his talking eye. I don't give a fuck if it's dark or not. I'm harder than me trying to park a Dodge, but I'm drunk as fuck. Right next to a humongous truck in a 2-car garage. Hopping out with 2 broken legs trying to walk it off. Fuck you too, bitch. Call the cops.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Big old teddies.
Hey, don't.